Have you ever looked at yourself and felt like you're two different people? One minute, you're motivated, focused, and driven. The next, you're spiraling in self-doubt, questioning your worth and purpose. It feels like a contradiction, like a glitch in the human experience. But what if I told you it's not a glitch at all? What if that internal battle is the very thing that fuels your growth, your strength, and your transformation? This is the untold truth about the power of duality in personal growth. A truth that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. But those who embrace it, they unlock something extraordinary. We live in a world that worships clarity, simplicity, and black and white thinking. You're either confident or insecure, strong or weak, right or wrong. But human beings don't fit into such neat little boxes. We're messy, complex, layered. We hold multitudes. And this duality isn't a problem to be solved. It's a paradox to be lived. Every struggle, every internal contradiction you face is actually an invitation to know yourself deeper, to hold tension without breaking, and to evolve into someone more powerful than you were yesterday. From the moment we're born, we're taught to pick a side. Be tough, not soft. Be rational, not emotional. Be ambitious, not content. Society pushes us to suppress one half of our truth in favor of the other, without realizing that both are necessary. But true personal growth begins when you stop choosing sides and start integrating them. It begins when you realize you can be soft and strong, calm and chaotic, broken and beautiful, at the same time. Duality is everywhere. Think about light and shadow. One cannot exist without the other. Light defines the shadow, and shadow gives light its meaning. The same is true for your life. You need your failures to understand success. You need your fears to develop courage. You need your pain to experience joy. Without contrast, nothing has depth. Without conflict, there's no evolution. The moments you feel torn between two extremes, those are the moments your soul is stretching. Those are the moments you're growing. Psychologically, we all have what's called a shadow self, the parts of us we hide, deny, or reject. Maybe it's your jealousy, your insecurity, your anger. You push it away because you're told it's bad. But here's the twist. The more you suppress your shadow, the more power it holds over you. Real growth begins when you stop running from it and start listening to it. That jealousy might reveal what you truly desire. That anger might be pointing to where you've been violated or disrespected. That insecurity might be asking you to heal. When you bring your shadow into the light, you don't become broken. You become whole. It's not about perfection. It's about integration. You're not supposed to eliminate your flaws or fix every part of you that feels contradictory. You're supposed to understand them, to hold them, to let them coexist. Because that's where power lives, in the tension between what you are and what you're becoming. Think about some of the most inspiring people in history. The ones who changed the world weren't perfect. They were often walking contradictions. Leaders who were both feared and beloved. Artists who were both brilliant and tortured. Visionaries who struggled with doubt, yet moved forward anyway. They didn't grow because they were clear-cut or simple. They grew because they embraced their complexity. They didn't deny their inner duality. They used it. In your own life, you've probably faced moments where you felt pulled in opposite directions. You wanted to stay, but you knew you had to leave. You wanted to speak up, but you were afraid of the consequences. You wanted to change, but the comfort of the familiar was intoxicating. These are the crossroads where real growth begins. When you stop seeing your conflict as a weakness and start seeing it as a sign that you're alive, evolving, and deeply human. Even love carries this duality. To truly love someone means to accept their flaws and still choose them every day. It's about holding space for their darkness while celebrating their light. And the same applies to how you love yourself. Can you love yourself not only when you're achieving, but when you're falling apart? Not only when you're confident, but when you're terrified? Because that's the kind of love that transforms. That's the kind of love that heals. Personal growth isn't a straight line. It's a spiral, circling back to old wounds with new awareness. And every time you revisit that pain, you do so from a higher place. You're not starting over. You're expanding. You're adding layers to who you are. And yes, it can be exhausting, confusing, messy, but it's also beautiful. Because you're not becoming someone else. You're becoming more of who you really are. In this journey of growth, you'll have to let go of the fantasy of becoming perfect. You'll have to make peace with paradox. Some days, you'll feel like you're glowing. Other days, you'll feel like a mess. Both are okay. Both are part of the process. The goal isn't to always feel good, it's to feel whole. And here's the thing most people won't tell you. Your greatest breakthroughs often come from your greatest breakdowns. It's in the darkness that we discover our strength. It's in chaos that we find clarity. And it's when we finally allow ourselves to fall apart that we discover we were never broken to begin with. We were just unfolding. Duality also shows up in the pursuit of dreams. You want to succeed, but you're afraid of failing. You want to stand out, but you fear being judged. You crave independence, but you long to be loved. These tensions don't go away. They evolve as you grow. The key is learning how to carry them, how to walk with them, how to let them sharpen you instead of shatter you. What if the very things you thought were holding you back were actually shaping you into someone unstoppable? What if your contradictions aren't a sign of weakness, but a sign that you're multidimensional, alive, and growing? What if the struggle you're facing right now is not a detour, but the path itself? The truth is, most people never experience true transformation because they spend their lives trying to resolve every contradiction within themselves. But the people who grow the most, they're the ones who lean into it, who allow themselves to be both soft and fierce, confident and uncertain, whole and healing. This is the power of duality, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start noticing it everywhere, in nature, in relationships, in your own mind. And instead of resisting it, you begin to trust it. You begin to let the dark teach you just as much as the light. You begin to understand that you don't need to choose one or the other. You were always meant to hold both. So, if you're standing at a crossroads in life right now, feeling like two opposing forces are pulling you in different directions, take a breath. That discomfort you feel isn't a mistake. It's transformation in motion. It's your inner world expanding. And maybe, just maybe, you don't have to choose a side. Maybe the magic lies in choosing both. The next time you feel conflicted, remember, your contradictions don't make you weak. They make you real. Your duality isn't something to be fixed. It's something to be honored. It's the heartbeat of your humanity. And in embracing it, you embrace the full spectrum of your growth. You are not one thing. You are not meant to be. You are a symphony of contradictions, a mosaic of light and shadow. And that, more than anything else, is your superpower. If this message resonated with you, if you saw yourself in these words, then don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and join a growing community of people just like you, curious, complex, and courageous enough to explore what it really means to grow. Like the video? Share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below about a duality you've struggled with in your own journey. Remember, the path to wholeness isn't found by escaping your contradictions. It's found by embracing them. And this is just the beginning.